let's do the alley cat all together now.
It goes on a prowl each night like an alley cat, looking for some new delight like an alley cat. She can trust him out of sight, there's no doubt of that. It just don't know wrong from right like an alley cat. He meets them and loves them and leaves them. That's what Casanova does. It's no way to trade a pal. She should tell him, scat, aren't you so for the gal with her alley cat? He meets them and loves them and leaves them. And that's what Casanova does. It's no way to trade a pal. She should tell him, scat, aren't you sorry for that gal with her alley cat?
You don't have to jump no pews, or run down no aisles, no chill to run down your spine. But you'll know that you've been born again. You know my hands didn't shake, the earth didn't quake, no stars fell from the sky. But I know nothing based on an emotion or feeling, but faith in God's word and receiving. Confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, and the Bible says you shall be born, born again, born again. You don't have to jump no pews, run down the aisle, no chill, run down your spine. You know that you've been born again.
I've told these guys over and over again. There's no money in scratchers. Sell used panties on the internet. There are freaks out there paying $300 just for one pair. You freaks.
Thank you, Howard Cosell.
Welcome, new follower, to Desperate Losers.
Right off the top, Visk cheating for 5 points. Give 5 points, Chris.
I love it.
With me, as always, my good friend, Christoph Creatura. Doing Lord's work here on Desperate Losers. Wow. What a time to be alive, Chris.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Could there be a worse time to be alive? Yeah, the Middle Ages. Yeah, most times.
Honestly,
worse.
As a historian friend, Rick, who sadly has passed away now, once told me, when someone says things are bad, he just goes, compared to what?
Oh, let's pour one out for Rick. I don't have one to pour out, but we'll do it. We'll eventually do it. Chris, I'm gonna leave. We have a lot of show business to cover. I'm gonna open up the phone lines after we kind of get through the show business. First off is a little bit of announcement about next week. I have to do a shoot in remotest Alaska. Not Africa.
Very different.
I'm mixing up my A's. I have to go to remotest Alaska for a shoot, and I'm very excited because I'm gonna put up flyers in this tiny town in Alaska. I'm kind of hoping we'll get.
I'm so stoked.
I'm hoping we get some calls from Alaska. I think it would be amazing.
Oh, so cool.
But as it happens, won't be able to do Thursdays and Thursday, and so we're gonna do a makeup show on Sunday night. I think we're gonna do that from like 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern.
Oh my goodness, those are Adult Swim hours.
Yeah, adults. Yeah, well, they're very.
It'll be a grown-up show.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know about that. I think though that we've been talking about this for a while about moving the show to Sunday, and it's just getting much harder for me with work to be able to keep doing this on Thursdays. And I'm sure y'all have noticed in the last couple of weeks, I have not really been able to make as much new stuff for the show as I was
Nobody has noticed. The quality is so high.
I know.
It's so
I've made it very hard for myself.
Such good content.
I've made it very, very hard for myself. Even just to refill what we have, it's like 11 hours a week I have to put in just to keep the machine we've built going without adding any new pieces to it. But this show, it's a passion project, and I want to be making new things for it because that's the part that really is most exciting to me. And I haven't felt like I've been able to do that so much. We had originally done Thursdays because it just kind of worked better for Matt. But it's probably going to be a while before Matt is a regular face, if ever, on Desperate Losers again. So we're just gonna move to Sundays and fuck it. We will be a Sunday night show. I think we'll see how 10 to 12 goes. Maybe we'll move that time if it doesn't work out. But it's going to be a Sunday show. We'll just keep going
longer and longer until we just stream from Sunday to Thursday.
In fact, maybe we should just change the Sunday show name to Night Church. I feel like we're on the Lord's Day. Night Church has a certain ring to it. I'm into it. I'm into Night Church. One other thing I do want to do before I do open up those phone lines, because we didn't get to this last week. I did award the points for this, but we got more stuff from Really Cereal. This streak is continuing. There it is, wide. You've got we're seeing this in looks like a newspaper kind of bin, and then the streak even continued this week. So these points we do have to award.
Wait, is that a grill or a smoker?
It's no. This is like another little magazine rack. Really fucking up Lake Oregon Reviews shit here with the making it we're gonna really hurt their circulation numbers. But I that's gonna be 20 points for Really Cereal, and I think to keep this streak going, Chris, 100 points.
In addition to the 30?
In addition to the 20. So this is 120 points. This streak has been going on for almost 3 months at this point.
It's really impressive and so appreciated. The fact that I was talking to some show business friends and I was like, they're like, well, how much are you paying for advertising? And I'm like, actually, we pay in points. And they were like, what? People are willing to do that? Put up flyers? What is it, 1990? And I'm like, yeah, we're a 90s punk band. That's the vibe here.
I mean, Night Church, definitely a 90s punk band name. And you know what? It's not like these points are worthless. You can get priceless Hollywood memorabilia, a free Dobson, a classic Telly card. There's only, by the way, we've said this before, but there's only 3 Dobsons left. This Dobson offer cannot last much longer. You're gonna want to get your Dobsons in, because this is it. These are all the Dobsons left.
Anybody who says that Dobsons are not as good as Telly, you know what I say? I say you don't Dob my Dobson.
I am getting to a point where I almost prefer a Dobson to a Telly, you know?
Wow.
Because Telly belongs to everyone, right? But Dobson belongs to us. No one gives a shit about Kevin Dobson except for us.
I wonder if that Dutch trading card company that made the Kojak trading cards would ever consider a full Dobson deck.
They did consider a full Dobson deck. That's why we offer so many Dobsons. I got an entire pack. Like, you know, these packs, they come with 8 cards. I got 8 Dobsons in one pack, which is why we were able to make... It wasn't Oops All Dobsons. It wasn't Oops All Dobsons. You know, there may be another, you know, on the heels of Dobson Mania fading. We may be talking about Roger Robinson Mania, because I also got an Oops All Robinsons pack once.
Is it just that one card, though? Or
it's just the one. Why? What else you want from Roger Robinson? Staple of August Wilson's theater troupe. A Tony Award-winning actor, amazing fucking Broadway dude. Had a short stint on Kojak, but what else you want out of a Robinson?
All I'm saying is Robinson, not Roger Rabbitson.
Not Roger Rabbitson. Yes. All I'm saying is Dobson, watch your ass, because Robinson is here to fight.
I mean, the weird thing is
it's a perfect tableau, right? You almost want to get. You know what? I'll say this: next person who cashes in for Kojak cards, I will give you this Robinson Dobson tableau. Forget about Telly. This is the future.
I mean, if you do a Telly, Dobson, Robinson, it's like a triptych of Kojak memorabilia.
Oh yeah. You know what? That's the offer, Chris. That's the offer. This is a one-time 3-card offer.
Woo!
You
can play 3-card Monty.
This gunfight, and you got Telly just watching to see who will survive.
You could play Find the Dobson on a street corner for money.
You know
Which also sounds like prostitution.
I mean, maybe we'll do a find the Dobson contest. That's not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. I will now open those phone lines if anybody wants to call in. That number, 917-524-7853. We are playing Desperate Losers. We are scratching lottery tickets. This is going to be light on... we didn't really get any... good voicemails, so there's no voicemails. This is going to be a classic episode, Chris. This is going to be all games all day.
I love it.
Just to start off, I'm going to need everybody in the chat. Get your numbers in. We're doing 3 for the whole episode.
Three numbers.
3 episodes for the whole episode. Every time your number comes up, you are going to win 10 points, except in overtime where those points are doubled. You want to keep watching for that.
You know, I actually taught my kid to play 3-card Monty, which seemed like a normal thing to do because we ran out of homeschool stuff. And then my husband's, at that time, boss came over, and the kid took him to the cleaners. So it was a good week. Teach your kids how to play 3-card Monty, is what I'm saying.
Wow. If I had any children, you better believe I would teach them Street Hustle.
What is 3-card Monty?
I'm teaching other people's children to Street Hustle. That's the move.
Pelican wants to know what 3-card Monty is. Do you think you could do a little demonstration there?
Can I do? No, absolutely not.
Why?
First of all, Chris,
you can't do Find the Lady real quick? I mean, I guess it's Find the Bald Guy.
All right. So here you got your 3 cards here, right? You got your 3 Kojaks. One of these is going to be the Telly. For 10 points. The backs are like marked. I can't use these.
Oh, bummer.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. All right.
Bummer.
Well, whatever.
Bummer.
We're
sad.
taking numbers. All right. Here we go. Let's do some scratching, Chris. Let's see the winning number first. We'll take all the drama out of it. We'll see if we've won.
Come on, guys, get those numbers in the chat. Yeah.
We're looking at a 12. All right, we're scratching the 2 first. It is a 15. We're good for that 10. It's a classic 11. I know there's people picking 11s out there, Chris. People love the 11.
And why wouldn't they? I mean, it's an angel number, right? I don't really know what that means, but I know that lots of...
Angel number?
Yeah, like God, I wish In the Shadows was here. I bet she'd know. It's like there's certain numbers that are like good to see. So if you were like always looking at the clock and it's like 3:33 or 11:11, it's like
yeah.
When I was a kid, they would say, "Oh, good luck, make a wish," but now they say it's an angel number.
I think this card's going to be a loser because we're already seeing a winning number of 12. We've got an 11 here. And it's the state of Florida. The state of Florida has fucked us royally in the past. And it is. It is a losing card for us. But I'm sure that there are points out there for other people. For us, though... Woof! Short and to the point. Woof
like
indeed, Geraldo. Woof indeed. Not a winner for us. Not a winner, Chris.
All right, hit me with those numbers because I am creating a doc where I keep everybody's numbers for the whole game so I don't miss a beat.
A single one. If you haven't gotten them in, get them in. 3 numbers. These will be your numbers for the entire game. The winning numbers that will get people 10 points, Chris, are 12, 8, 1, 11, 6, and 15. Those are your desperate numbers on this Desperate Losers. By the way, Chris, we shot some video personals with the Ojai people over the last weekend.
So cool. I mean, listen, all I want is that I saw some and I love them, and I just think that
they're very funny, and we the Ojai people are building. Ones. Oh yeah, no spoilers, Chris. That's the best one. That's the okay. There is a single person in the mix who's definitely my favorite. It will be very easy for chat to guess who that is because this person is just head and shoulders the best ever. Yeah, so basically we were in the park. We were shooting kind of like those 80s style video profiles, where people would say, "Hi, my name is blah, 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 and I'm looking for someone who will this and that, and I bring this and that to the table." So we did that, but we did like a very like modern high production version of it. Great results.
And that means it's well done, not that.
Yeah. Well done. And this is like genuine. We're not doing this to make fun of people. We're actually trying to help people date.
We're very lucky because, you and we found true love, and now we want to go out there and we want to get other people to find true love.
That's true. And, and we got lucky, too, that we found true love with our spouses, because a lot of people, they marry the wrong person.
Pelican, you are welcome to change your numbers to 11, 11, and 18, but I would recommend finding perhaps 11
those would be double points on 11.
Oh, you want just double points?
Yeah,
okay,
double points. You want to double down? You will get double points.
All right, Pelican, I got you.
You know what? Points and a half. I think 15 points every time an 11 shows up
for Pelican
for Dr. Yawning. Yeah.
All right.
Because it's a brazen move. You gotta respect that kind of hustle.
Respect the doctor.
Respect the doctor. 917-524-7853. Go ahead and call on in. While we're waiting for those calls, Chris, there is a game we can play with the chat. We can play among ourselves. Let's play a little Survey Says, shall we?
Ooh, ding ding.
We asked 100 respondents to play. Survey Says.
Really Serial just brought up a great point, which is Really Serial had put up Pelican Yawning's poster, and I feel like we might owe Pelican Yawning some residuals for his design work. So I'm going to say this. You design a poster for the show. Every time somebody puts yours up, 10 points. So 10 points to Dr. Yawning. We'll start it this week. 10 little residual points for Dr. Yawning, and every time you put up any of Dr. Yawning's work, he'll get another 10. The question we are looking at today on Survey Says, all of these questions, by the way, drawn from the vast pool of 1970s game shows where they would survey studio audiences. In this case, 100 mothers were asked, was your first child born before you had been married 9 months? Of these 100 mamas, how many of them?
Kind of invasive question.
I mean, it's the 70s. That's kind of par for the course.
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
During the Tudor era, 50% of brides were pregnant.
Wow.
Not really that interesting. I mean, I found it interesting because you think of people as being, really church-going and uptight, but no. They were out there.
Well, these were not day church folk, Chris. These were night church folk. And night church folk, they love to fuck. All right, we're getting guesses in from chat. Visk saying 66%, Skorgernerf saying 35%, Sun King with 65, Bone Amputee with 50, Really Serial with 81, Shifty with 34. Tutors is freaks. Skorgernerf isn't I know a little bit about Skorgernerf. Skorgernerf, definitely a scholar, definitely in a position to know about tutor fucking. Pooh Stew coming in with 40, Pelican Yawning with 24. Let's find out how many of these mamas had a butt in the oven.
Survey said
29.
Ooh.
Who's closest, Chris? Ooh, this
Pelican
is
Yawning.
Wait a minute. Is
what?
I think Shifty and Pelican are equidistant.
Oh, you're right.
Shifty had 34.
No, because right. Wait. Oh yeah, no. 4, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29.
Yeah.
24. All right, we're gonna split the points. We give them both 10.
No, both 10. Excellent work, gentlemen. Excellent work. Love to see it. Love when people get points. Those points, of course, we talked about this a little bit earlier, cashable for many prizes. Let's take a look at those prizes, shall we, Chris? Oops. That was the scoreboard. Wrong button.
That's fine.
losers.
Prize wall. Hachi, mama, these prizes are the tits.
There you go. 100 points gets your ad in the countdown. 200 points gets you the beautiful bookmarks, which we still have some. These will be a limited supply kind of thing. 200 points also gets you the Kojak cards. And as mentioned, for the next person who cashes in, you're going to get the triptych. You're going to get Telly. You're going to get the Dobson with the gun. And you're going to get a classic Roger Robinson. 300 points gets you that roast. 500 points gets you nighttime thoughts. 650 points takes 200 points away from someone else. 750 points gets you a record. A rare LP like the ones you're hearing now. 200 points gets you a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic. We're talking about the Santeria juice that we have not used, Chris. That's probably why we lost on that card. 1,000 points gets you a piece of Desperate Losers history. That is a wallet made of losing scratchers. And 1,500 points gets you probably the only prize of any real value on this show. Sonicare toothbrush that I got from my dentist for free. I went for a teeth cleaning and they just gave me Sonicare toothbrush. Isn't that fucking nuts?
No, you know what? I know what borough you go to the dentist.
You know what? I'll dox myself. I go to a Park Avenue dentist. I go to a fancy fucking dentist. But even so, to just give away a Sonicare like it's a disposable toothbrush, they must have like a deal with old man Sonicare where they're trying to get you hooked on the heads.
I like the idea that there's just a guy named Mr. Sonicare. And then it's...
Yeah.
That's why it's named that.
I mean, my real question is, old man Sonicare like to fuck? Is he a member of the Night Church?
Night Church.
The prizes we are scratching for on this card: $20, $500 for life. Which, oh my god, if this show could somehow make basically unemployment for the rest of time, Oh my God, amazing. $100. And now 5.
Can you imagine the prizes? Can you imagine the rare records?
Yeah, because I'm telling you this right now. If we win 500 a week for life, a
Oh,
lot
it
of that
all
money,
goes into the show.
a lot of that, well, all the money goes into the show, but a lot of that is going to be prizes. This show is going to start giving away things that are actually worth something. You know?
What are you saying about Dobson?
I'm not saying anything. I'm talking about fully loaded iPod Nanos. And when I say fully loaded, I mean that U2 album that nobody could get off of their iPhones back in the day. I'm talking about like all kinds of great music. I'll give you the entire soundtrack to Desperate Losers on an iPad Nano if we get $500 a week for life.
That's such a good prize. I often find myself humming Desperate Losers background music, or or I'll hear a different version of some of the music that we've acquired, and it makes me really happy. Feels like I'm finding it wild.
I mean, a lot of our music is really just the worst cover versions of major songs that don't get their bell rung on YouTube.
Pelican Yawning, we get shirts.
Ooh,
what kind of shirts
would
we get?
You know what?
Are they t-shirts?
Definitely do. Yeah, we do tees. I think we would do, for $500 a week, I think we could do some high-quality hoodies, too.
Yeah. Some hoodie. I mean, I know that we're like a t-shirt hoodie show, but like, what if we got like
business shirts,
like dress shirts with Desperate Losers embroidered on them?
Ooh, I like it. And it should be those like those shitty like ones that like Wall Street guys have with the white cuffs and the white collar, like a pink shirt with the definitely a French cuff. You gotta have cufflinks to wear the Desperate Losers
cufflinks
shirt. But I'm thinking like super fancy. And if people take pictures of themselves in these shirts, the embroidered business shirts with Desperate Losers where they're wearing suspenders and talking into a big cell phone from the 90s, I would give a lot of points for that. Yeah.
Ooh, really serial suggesting uniform shirts. And as a punk teenager who used to wear an old 70s diner uniform to gigs, I'm all for that.
I mean, a Dickies Desperate Losers speed suit,
or like a full like zoop.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the full suit, and big embroidered telly on the back.
Imagine how fast we could do this show and stuff. I mean, like the Indy 500 guys go out and change the tire. We could do that, but for the show.
Yeah, that's our side
really
business.
fast.
We'll get those. We're gonna win this money. We're gonna get those speed suits, Chris, and we will start a flat fix place. People bring in their cars, and we'll fix their flats. All right. Anyway,
we're fixing their emotional flats. We're fixing their spiritual flats.
This show is a little like neither one of us is drunk, but this show has like real. I feel like the Sunday night vibe is already infecting us on this Thursday afternoon. We have a little bit of a. That's the other thing too. We should definitely drink on the show on Sunday night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. $5. Let's see what we got here. If you didn't get your numbers in, we're looking for 3, and they will be your numbers for the whole episode. It's an 18, Chris. I know someone's got to have an 18. That's a.
Oh hell, we've got a couple of 18s out there. We got.
Who's
Pelican,
got it?
We've got Stu. We've got Cereal. We've got Visk.
Yes. 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 Love to see it. What's under the $10? It's a 9. Any 9s, Chris?
Yeah, Shifty and Cereal have a 9.
Very good. Shifty and Cereal, the $20. An 8. An 8. Ooh, we might be building a straight here, Chris. Let's take a look.
Yep, Visk has an 8.
Nice. The 100. It's a 15. Anyone with a 15, Chris?
No go on that.
And the last number of regular play is the 12. Before we do the big reveal on the winning number, whether we will, this is for all the speed suits, guys. I think we need some silence for this, Chris.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because this is a real moment. Our lives could be about to change. Let's find out. Our life did not change My life did not change.
You know, when I was a kid, the only porn was a copy of Jugs Illustrated someone left in the woods.
Wow. Wait, illustrated?
Yeah, Jugs Illustrated, apparently.
Was Jugs illustrated?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Apparently so. Apparently so. Chris, we're losing viewers. People are not loving this vibe. That's all right, though.
I think
call in
people don't even know.
917-524-7853. They don't even know. I'm going to do our old offer. Anybody who, a longtime viewer, has never called into the show, 400 points.
And you know, we do need a first caller, because if I remember correctly, I believe Avi is out there in the world.
He is. Avi is out watching movies. He's doing the film festival thing. We're looking. Let's look at our leaderboard. There might be an extra inducement here. So we got. Getting a call from a number I don't know.
Love it.
Caller, you're on the air. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is Pelican Yawning.
Pelican Yawning! How do I not have you in the phone book? You're not going to get 400 points, but you are the first caller, so I am going to give you 100 points. Why not?
Thank you.
I love it. By the way, you and I have a little bet going, and it's not going great for you, friend. It's not going great.
Well,
We've launched a TikTok on Dr. Yawning's suggestion. Dr. Yawning felt that in a month we could really get a big following. And what we're looking for Dr. Yawning is one regular viewer that has come to us exclusively from TikTok, who becomes a regular viewer of this show, and we're defining that as someone who's watched twice in a row and participated in chat, or 100 followers on TikTok. And right now, Chris, let's find out. How many followers do we have on TikTok? We have 11. No, we have 5. We have 5 people following us on TikTok. We are releasing videos every Monday and Wednesday at 8 a.m. in the Eastern, and not going great for you, Dr. Yawning. How you feeling about this?
A lot less confident than I did at the beginning.
Yeah, I think I kind of knew this was going to be a little bit of a dog of a bet for you. Not gonna lie, it's tough to build an audience.
If you want to help Dr. Yawning, I've just dropped the link to the TikTok in the chat.
That's right.
Follow over there.
We're Desperate Losers live there, same as on Instagram. Dr. Yawning, I'm realizing why you're not in our phone book. I can't figure out how to add somebody while we're on the phone with them. So do remind me in chat to add you so that we don't ever have this confusion again. How you doing today, friend?
I'm good. This is the first time I'm working on quitting smoking. But usually I go out to my car and I have a cigar and I'm like, cool, I'll call in while I have the cigar. And then by the time I feel like calling, it's gone, and so I have to go back inside. So this is the first time I actually get to smoke and call. So that's nice.
All right. Well, I wish you luck in the quitting. Seems like that might be going the way the TikTok bet's going, but you know. Okay. But you have our support, and if there's any way in which this show can be useful to you, keeping you accountable, if you want to do a check-in every week, I'd be happy to provide you that service, just to give you a little bit of social pressure to really do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Thank you.
Yeah,
I would,
Tell you what. For every week that you have not smoked a cigarette, because I know how hard it is to quit, 50 points.
Or cigar, or whatever.
Or anything. Anything.
Poison.
Yeah. What do we quit? Are we just quitting cigarettes, Dr. Yawning?
Cigars.
Cigars! Ooh, like Hannibal from the A-Team. What a classy guy. So you're quitting cigars. For every week you don't smoke a cigar, and I'm gonna throw in cigarettes and cigarillos on top of that. Every week you don't smoke any of those.
Eastwood?
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. First of all, cigarillo is the perfect blend of cigarette and cigar. It's a nice, small, little foul-smelling thing. It's a classic of the genre. Anyway, enough about cigarillos. Every week you don't smoke, Dr. Yawning. When you do your check-in, 50 points. And that'll be our little inducement to you. Would you like to play a little pre-qualifying game to see what we do with you?
I would love to.
I
have an idea if I can pick the game.
Yeah, please pitch me.
Because I can't see right now. I thought it would be fun if we played rated R or X. But you guys describe the picture to me, since I can't see it, and I go off of that.
I like that twist. Here we go. Rated R or rated X?
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X?
So, for anyone who's never seen this game before, the way this game is played is I am showing you a still from a movie from kind of like 70s, 80s period. And this is either from a porn or it's not. If you think it's from a porn, I want you in the chat to say rated X. If you think it's not, I want you to say rated R. Not all the movies are necessarily rated R, but they're all like R or below. Dr. Yawning, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at a lady who is making a very ambiguous face. Could be sexual, could be pained, could be, I don't know. What do you think, Chris? How would you describe this face?
I would describe it as an anxious grimace with a glance towards the right.
Yep.
I'd also like to describe. Can we describe the haircut and?
Yeah. We'll get into all of that. She seems to be wearing a little bit of kind of like powdery but not very heavy purple eyeshadow. If she's wearing lipstick, it's not very heavy. She has a little bit of blush. So this is kind of a very subtle makeup look. She's got a little bit of a ragtime hat going on. It looks a little bit like a skimmer. Yeah, it looks a little bit like a boater hat. And it
has a chin strap.
It has a chin strap of pink lace. Her hair is it's kind of like a 70s pixie cut that's bordering on a mullet. With some very long side locks. It's very Janet from Three's Company, if that's going to be a familiar reference for you. She's got dark brown hair, and I would say she's a thin woman. Anything else that? Film quality. I think that this still is coming to us from the late 70s. Seems pretty smooth, not like a super grainy stock. Hard to tell from the still what level of production value this has, but it has classic 3-point lighting, which any movie back then would have had to have had because the film stocks were so slow, so that's not particularly helpful. What do you think, Dr. Yawning?
I think I'm going to go with, from what you're describing, I'm going to say R, but my gut's telling me X. What's the chat say? What's the consensus so far? I'm
seeing an R from Visk. Were there any before that?
We've got
saucy biopic.
Skorgrenev also suggesting that it's got chorus line vibes. But we've got an R from Stu, we've got an R from Sun King, and we have an R from Bone Amputee.
So the chat is saying R, but Dr. Yawning's gut is saying X.
Yeah,
Dr. Yawning,
let's go against the grain.
You're trusting your own instincts more than the chat. I like that. I like the confidence. Let's find out. Your gut was right. This is rated X. This is from The Naughty Victorians, an erotic tale of a maiden's revenge from 1975.
Wow.
I think this is a particularly high-budget pornograph from the 1970s. Very good work.
Honestly, and what kind of... I think maybe some extra points for going against the grain and doing it without seeing the image?
Yeah. You know what? 5 extra points. 15 points for Dr. Yawning. What a... Oops. Sorry, I meant to do some claps. Red letter day for Dr. Yawning. I don't think we've ever had a blind read on a rated R, rated
That was
X.
Brilliant. Really
brilliant
good.
Work. I'm going to give you, Dr. Yawning, I'm going to give you 5 scratches on the $2 Gold Rush multiplier. We're playing for $100,000 here. So my question to you, Dr. Yawning, give me 5 new numbers. These are going to be in addition to your 3. Just for this card, what are your 5 numbers?
4 11s, and then the first number somebody gives me in chat.
Brazen. Quadrupling down. Well, this is actually quintupling down on the 11s. I'm looking for a number from chat. Chat, give Dr. Yawning a number in here to really just like finish this off. Still waiting on that number, Dr. Yawning. If we don't get a number from that.
5.
Oh, 5. It's a 5. I was kind of hoping it would be an 11. But here you have it. Here you have it. 4 11s and a 5. We are scratching. Let's find out what we're working with here. The prizes, by the way, Dr. Yawning. $10, $1,000, another $1,000, $100,000, and $4. All right, let's do this $4 one first. It is a 9. Chris, did Dr. Yawning have a 9 anywhere on his on any of his numbers? He didn't have it in his bonus numbers.
He did not. However, let's see if anybody else does. There we go. Yeah, Shifty's got a 9, and Really Cereal's got a 9.
Excellent work, you two. Let's take a look at the $10 one. It is a 25. Not going to do it for you yet, Dr. Yawning. Looking at the $1,000 ones. 26. Ooh, a little bit of a straight developing here. A 13. And we'll just go for the final one. Why not? It is a 4. So close to the 5. So close. But these numbers, Chris, write them down. Because for the duration of this card, all of these numbers will apply. If we reveal an 11 on this, that's going to be 60 points. No, plus all the 5s. So that will be 85 points if an 11 appears on this card for you, Dr. Yawning. Before we let you go, do you have any ghost stories or anything? Do you have any story you want to leave us with?
I'm saving my ghost story for if, which it's not looking too big of an if, I lose the bet and I have to call in weekly. I want to have something to talk about, you know?
Yeah, here's what, you know what? When we do our Halloween show, which, you know, will be coming up in a few weeks, call in then, you know? I'd love to hear it around Halloween time. I know our bet won't quite be concluded, but I think it'd be good for Halloween.
In our theme of giving terrible advice to people who've called in, I actually have the world's worst way to quit smoking that I actually executed.
Oh,
that's you move into a beautiful rent-stabilized apartment, and you realize that the person who's been living there for the past 10 years has been smoking 2 packs a day inside. And so in your attempt to clean it, you use a solution that draws the tar out of the walls, and it starts to look like the walls are bleeding nicotine, and you actually overdose on said nicotine by exposure and develop a terrible allergy to cigarettes for the rest of your life.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Dr. Yawning, have you ever considered tobacco remediation as a way to quit cigars? You know, with obviously not wearing a mask, obviously not wearing a clean suit, just really going to town on it.
And let me tell you, that happened to me, and I was wearing a mask. I had a balaclava over my head to keep it out of my hair and but that was not enough. Just weeks of wiping nicotine-drenched rags.
Were you wearing gloves?
Oh yeah, from the walls.
Wow.
With it looked like that. You know when when a house is possessed and the walls bleed. I mean, not but you're aware of the concept.
Seen them. We've all seen a possessed house.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But you know what? Worth it, because I was paying under $2,000 for a very large 2-bedroom.
I had been to that apartment, and it was a beautiful place. And let me tell you something. All the times I was there, didn't smell at all like cigarettes. So there you have it, Dr. Yawning. Toxic exposure is the way to go as you quit cigars.
Thank you. I'll consider it. I'll consider
it. Yeah. Maybe we'll make it a prize. Just a giant bucket of poisonous carcinogens. All right. Well, thank you for calling, Dr. Yawning. We love you as
thank you.
always.
I always forget. Sorry. Happy birthday to Fisk's mom. Fisk.
Oh, of course, 5 points. Happy
door.
birthday to Fisk's mom. You know, Fisk probably thought, oh, he's finally going to get through an episode without anyone wishing his mom a happy birthday. I want you to know, Dr. Yawning, we are definitely going to do something special for Fisk's mom's actual birthday next year. In my mind, the wheels are turning. There's a very big event. There's some titles being thrown around. There's some ideas churning. There may or may not be a mariachi band playing our theme song involved. I don't know, but it's going to be big. Whatever it is, it's going to be big. Bigger than anything we've ever done, which is not all that big. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me.
What a pleasure Dr. Yawning is. By the way, Dr. Yawning, also a little bit of a graphic designer. I believe Dr. Yawning has been contracted by the Ojai people to make them some flyers. And if you would like to get in touch with Dr. Yawning and solicit work, Dr. Yawning, very excellent designer, kind of really produces some deranged and wonderful looking stuff. You can hit him up in our Discord. I'm just going to go ahead and dox him. There's the link for you if you're not a part of the Discord. Hit Dr. Yawning up. We love his work. Beautiful stuff. Chris, you want to throw that Discord link in there?
I am doing that right now. And I'd also like to point out that, this show, at the end of the day, it's all about love. And sometimes that's romantic love. Sometimes it's artistic love, Finding people who love your work and connecting you with them, that's another kind of love connection.
Yeah. Why not? Night Church is all about fucking.
Night Church! Sorry.
Yeah, I'm never going to get over Night Church. I had a Would You Rather back in the day, Chris. I'm going to throw this out to the chat. Here's my Would You Rather for back in the day. It's one that I used to love to ask. If the Nazi party was selling milk at an extremely reduced price, but there was no explanation as to how it is they were going to be able to meet this price. And at the same time, the Catholic Church was also selling a vastly reduced price milk. I'm talking like $1 for a gallon. And good, glass bottle whole milk. Like a crazy low price, Chris. Would you prefer Nazi milk or church milk?
Oh,
obviously church milk.
Church milk, but also that is something that I think it would just make me say, you know what, I don't need any milk.
The thing that I loved about this Would You Rather is then I got to really inhabit and think about the world of church milk. The Nazi milk sort of explains itself. It's obviously the blood of children or something, right? It's awful. Whatever they're doing, terrible. Unclear if the church just is taking a loss, for milk.
Yeah, I mean there was a period of time in which the church did monasteries owned farms and that could make sense. If we're in the Dark Ages, yeah, I'd buy some church milk because I could probably meet the cow.
I think it's not a bad idea. Let's go back to Tudor living, 50% pregnant marriages, and milk from the church.
I mean, it was weirdly more permissive than now in some ways.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it was, and in some ways way less permissive.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and although the peasants had more days off than we do.
They did, and that's why they, would sometimes get all worked up and then just murder some Jews. We're talking peasant revolts.
Either way, Skog with the church owns the cows or the king does. So pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Would you rather have? I feel like the Nazi milk. Not really. It's not a viable option. Chris, would you rather have king milk or church milk?
Which king?
Unclear.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want Henry VIII's milk.
It may not be directly his milk. It's just branded, with the royal seal. And it's not even necessarily British milk, Chris. Let's not. There are plenty of other kings.
That's true.
Plenty. This could be Mansa Musa milk. We don't know. It's just king's milk.
King's milk.
King's milk or church milk, chat.
Take your pick. There's
Take
no
your pick.
good answer.
This is what happens when no one calls in. 917-524-7853 to stop us from talking about King's Milk.
Hey, let them drink milk. Is Pelican Yawning's comment.
I like it.
Visk is now lactose intolerant. And Skogren pointing out you cannot milk the king's deer because that's a death sentence. Let me tell you something. Anybody who milks a deer, it's probably a death sentence. They can kick like a mother.
Yeah, well, you get the ropes, you tie them down like
Spoken like someone.
And,
oh my god. Your animal husbandry scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, well, my style of animal husbandry requires a lot of guys with like that stick with the rope on it, We just anything we capture, we get that rope around anybody or anything's neck, we're milking it. That's how we work at my dairy. We do a catch and release milking.
It's wild milk.
It's wild milk. Yeah. You know what? At least you know where wild milk is coming from. You can't know with church milk or king milk.
That's true.
You can't know. Chris, let's do the rest of this card, shall we?
Let's do it.
We're playing for $100. We are playing for $50. We are playing for $20. We are playing for $5. Chat, I would like to know, straight binary, will we win these bonuses? Will we win
yes
any
or
money
no
from the state of Florida? $20 bonus, $50 bonus. Could go either way for us. I'm seeing a yes from Dr. Yanning. Every card is a winner. I believe it. I firmly believe, Chris, that this show will be monetized through lottery scratchers. I really do. Every time I buy one, I think we're gonna win.
I know.
How many disappointments till I give up?
No, I don't think you ever will, and that's one of my favorite things about you.
I don't think I ever will either. I think I'm always gonna believe it. I'm always gonna believe we're gonna win. We're looking for a win here. An 18 will get us a $20 bonus.
Ooh, an 18, the show's official number.
And 24 will also get us a $50 bonus. So we are now scratching for these bonus numbers. Should we see the winning numbers too? Let's find out. Each scratch could be a win for us. Let's find out. Our winning numbers are an 8. All right, so far not a winner for us. Not looking good too with the 9 on the board. And a 12 also not looking good for us with the 13 on the board. But there is an entire row. There is an entire row, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries of the chat, where we could win on an 18, we could win on a 24, we could win on an 8, we could win on a 12. That's fine.
You know what I also enjoy? I also just enjoy calling people folks.
Folks? I like to have to do the really long inclusive of everybody. Did I miss anyone?
No,
I got the genders. I got non-binary. Is there anything else? I don't know. If I missed one, hit me up in the chat. Feel free to yell at me. I'll include it next time. 22. That does it for no one. I don't imagine.
Nope.
20.
That does it for Sun King.
3. Oh, hello. Hello, Sun King. Sun King, who it's been firmly established a quantum leaper who will at some point in time inhabit all of our bodies. That's where all of Sun King's arcane knowledge comes from. A 17. Not looking good, Chris. This is not looking good for us at all. Let's do 100. That is a 1. Not good. Not good at all.
It's points for Sun King and Poostu, though.
Ah, well, I love that. I love that. I would have liked to have seen an 11. That would have been a lot of points. A lot of points for our own Dr. Yanning, the official position of Desperate Losers. We're really racking up officials. We have an official tarot reader. We have an official, doctor. Will we get any other officials today?
Yeah. And if you feel like you should be the official something of the show,
call in.
Let us know.
917-524-7853.
And honestly, I'm really hoping that Bone Amputee's racked up a few points here and there so far. But I gotta say, really hoping they'll get into thousands there today. Because we're close.
We're very close. Let's take a look. Chris, why don't we play a little round of What Should It Say?
Yeah!
Oh, Dr. Yawning! I completely forgot. Dr. Yawning has applied to be our intern, Chris. It's in the Discord. Can you find Dr. Yawning's application?
I'll pull it up. Well,
we should definitely review that. We're playing What Should It Say? You can call in if you want to play live on the air. You get some bonus points if you do. 917-524-7853. So we're looking at a magazine from, looks like the late 70s, early 80s. The headline on this rock and roll magazine has been blacked out. But you can see some other headlines. We've got Nugent, Can He Be Controlled? Heart, More Than Pretty Faces. Meatloaf, Mouths Off, Black Sabbath Means Heavy Metal. But there is a cover story title that is here. You know, we've got Kiss on there. We've got what appears to be a very angry late 70s, early 80s Billy Joel. What does this headline read? Pelican Yanni going with Elvis Shits and Dies. Pooh going with Kiss, After Your Grits. I mean, Elvis Shits and Dies, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm leaning towards that one right now, but I could be swayed, chat. There are many other options that could be under this. 10 points, of course, for the correct answer if you know what this title says. 20 though for the best incorrect answer.
Is that Billy Joel in the middle?
It is Billy Joel. It is William Joel himself. Famed classical composer. I like that for his classical career he went with William Joel. It's nice, you know? Keeps them separate. It's a little bit of Chris Gaines kind of a deal. Oh, Game Quoter. Welcome, Game Quoter.
You know,
Piano Man crashes into Kiss. I like that.
This is
a magazine. This is a magazine headline for Visk, who is asking.
Not the name of the magazine.
Not the name of the magazine. This is the headline of this article that has Kiss and Billy Joel together. Was there a crossover in the late 70s, early 80s? Did Billy Joel want to rock and roll all night?
Billy Joel to replace Ace Frehley in a series of bad choices.
Yes. Did Kiss meet Captain Jack, and did Captain Jack get them high tonight? Hard to tell. Kiss Off Billy. Ooh, Sun King. That is an excellent headline. An excellent headline. If that's not actually the headline, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Well, I think we've seen enough, Chris. Shall we find out what this title says?
Reveal all.
Does Kiss fear Billy Joel? I think the winner there, Billy Joel collabs with Kiss and nobody cares. That's a great late entry from Visk. I think, though, Kiss Off Billy from Sun King, that might be the winner. It's pretty fucking good. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that one tickled my fancy. So did Kiss After Your Grits, but I feel like since we're both coming together on that, the Sun King one.
It's gonna be for Sun King. That's gonna be 20 points for Sun King. Do you think it's true, Chris? Do you think that Kiss fears Billy Joel?
Only legally.
Wow, you think there's a lawsuit going on?
I think that they both got a really good legal team, and I wouldn't want to pit Billy Joel's legal team against Kiss's legal team.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Billy Joel's legal team historically not that great. Billy Joel is very bad at contracts. Very bad at contracts.
Is he really? I'm just thinking about all the times he's gotten away with driving his car into somebody's house.
Oh, his criminal representation is excellent, but his entertainment lawyers, I don't know. Don't want to impugn a law firm that might come after us, but historically, when Billy Joel's not made some great contract decisions,
Ooh, this kiss and tell off. Billy Joel unloads on Peter Criss.
Peter Criss.
Let me tell you something. If you thought the panties for sale was gonna make money, let me tell you how much cash you can make for a video of Billy Joel unloading on Peter Criss.
I do like that though. That's a really good one. Give Fisk 5 points. It's not an official play, but I like it. It's very funny. It's got like the vibe of almost like a New York Post headline.
Yeah.
Well, we are playing Desperate Losers, 917-524-7853, the show where we do a lottery scratch-off tickets.
Why don't we take a look at this? Take a look at this resume.
Oh, right! Let's do that. Thank you, Chris. Let's take a look. We got this wonderful resume. I'm going to take off the phone number so we can really, really peep at this resume from Dr. Yawning. Dr. Yawning, Pelican Yawning, MD. Drew this is a self-portrait, literally himself, sort of like I don't know, it's sort of like I can't tell if these are peasant rags or like just like if he's just like an entire tumor. Oh, here's a number we don't know. You're on Desperate Losers. Who is this? Hello? Someone who didn't care. I guess someone just called the number off the street and didn't want to talk. So we're looking Desperate Losers resume from Dr. Yawning. Chris, what do you think? Is this a mass of cancerous cells or are these peasant rags? Definitely some hairy feet going on. We've got some monkey feet.
I kind of thought it was like a little animal, you know, like some kind of like badger or like or like some sort of like, like maybe like, how in Disney's Robin Hood, like there are people animals.
Yes.
This is sort of like if a badger was a person, maybe, or maybe not a badger. It's got a short face, like maybe a little cute little hamster. Like
I love the line quality on this. I like that it's on a napkin too. Let's just like straight away. Excellent. You're gonna send a resume to Desperate Losers. Definitely put it on a napkin. There's something about Dr. Yawning's like drawing style that reminds me of both Ralph Steadman and Quentin Blake. Ralph Steadman, who did obviously all the stuff for Hunter S. Thompson, Quentin Blake, who did all the Roald Dahl books. It's just so good. It's just so good. All right, so let's get into the meat of the resume. Dr. Yawning claiming to be funny, claiming to be tall, claiming to be unemployed. Languages, English, will lie for clout. He knows how to code. He is not an AI, not a Virgo. Not employed, so we're getting that one twice. Happy birthday to Fisk's mom, 5 points.
Snuck it in there.
Yeah, snuck it in there. This is a great resume, Chris. How do you feel about the qualifications? So what we're looking for is we have a show intern. We could always use a second one. Our current show intern, Pooh Stew, is earning college credits anytime he does something exceptional for the show. By the way, Pooh Stew, if you make some clips of this episode for us, we'll do 2 college credits on each clip you make.
Excellent. Worth it.
Yeah, and should we make Dr. Yawning an intern, that same deal would apply for Dr. Yawning. Chris, what are the skills you look for in a Desperate Losers intern?
Showing up, being awake, funny sometimes is good. I think not AI, that's really important.
That's good. Oh, we're getting a correction. Willing to lie about knowing to code. Knowing how to code. So, unclear whether Dr. Yawning can code, but willing to lie about it.
You don't have many other options. A compelling argument.
It's true. We have no other options. I think we do it. I think we make Dr. Yawning officially a employee of this show, unpaid intern, Dr. Yawning.
You know what the great thing is it's like a turducken of stuff where now Pelican Yawning can put on his resume that he is an intern for this show.
You know what? We'll be job references too. There you go.
Lord
Dr.
knows
Yawning,
that is something we are willing to do.
Yes, we've done it before. We did call somebody's boss once. And by the way, if you need us to call your boss, Call in and let us know, 917-524-7853. We're willing to lie through our teeth to help you out at work. 917-524-7853. I also like that we have 2 interns now, you know? Because now there's a question. One will graduate first. And what happens when someone graduates? A question that has not been answered on Desperate Losers. So, Poos Joe, in the lead, but don't get too comfortable. Do not get too comfortable. Because I have a feeling Dr. Yawning wants it bad. Chris.
Intern needs to hire an intern. It's just going to be interns all the way down.
It's just a pyramid scheme of interns.
I mean, I'm thinking about my entry into production and working for a commercial production company, and it kind of was a pyramid scheme of interns.
I mean, all production companies are basically a pyramid scheme of interns. You know, you heard it here first. Chris, we can't really play Who Is That? But we've played all the other ones. We need a caller to play Who Is That? So what do you want to do? What shall we do? Should we scratch some more? Should we play one of the other games? What are we doing? We're getting no calls.
Let's do a little more. Let's do a little more scratching, a little more chatting, and then we can do our next game.
A little scratch and chat.
I mean, I can always show and tell. If you want me to walk off the screen and come back with a random animal, I can do that too.
You know what? We put a random animal on screen, we're definitely going to get more viewers. Chris, did you know? I don't think I've ever said this on air. This knife that I found under a mattress in the 90s,
yes,
in a national park motel, it has a name.
Oh, no, you've never told us that.
Yeah, this knife has a name. This knife was named when I was 18 years old. And I will say, for 1,000 points. 1000. What is the name of this knife? Bear in mind, I was 18 years old when I named this knife. So you are. It needs to reflect the 18-year-old mind of a junior milkshake. What is the name of this knife?
Well, I know it's not Stabby McStabface because that was a much later iteration in public consciousness.
That's right. There was no Bodie McBoatface yet.
But Pelican Yawning asking for a hint of what year that was.
I have to dox my own age. I'm not going to say the precise year, but I will tell you that this was the early 2000s. It was the early 2000s when this knife was named.
Is it Britney Spears?
Is it Britney Spears? It could be. Could just be named Toxic.
Ooh.
You know, if I'm going deep on, well, that's not even very deep. That's a hit for getting Blade from Visk. I'm getting Lucy from Sun King. Django from Squirterneff. That's a good name for a knife. I wish that I had named this knife Django. I did not name this knife Django. This name has, Jesus H. Christ, is a great name for the knife. Much better than the actual name of this knife. Much better.
Ooh, Felipe.
But like spelled a very weird way.
You know, one time we met, I was with my family visiting other family in Italy, and we were sitting at a table having lunch, and the guy next to us realized that we were from New Jersey, and it turned out that this Italian man had lived in the town next to ours in New Jersey, and he was a shoemaker named Philippe. And later, my father, he walks away, and my dad goes, "Well, you know, he's very famous." And we were like, my sister and I are like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, that's Philippe Philop. He's the inventor of the thong sandal."
Oh man,
it's a terrible joke.
Your father was probably waiting his entire life to say that. Do you think he staged it? You think it was like a George Senior lesson? You think he hired a guy to sit there so he could? I mean, it's a great line.
No, I think that was just truly out of my dad's dad brain.
Wow.
But I'll never forget Philippe Philop and his leather shoes.
Dr. Yanni going with a simple George. He did. Pustu saying he didn't spell it weird. That's how the Portuguese spell it. I'm going to say this as someone who is of Portuguese extraction. They're fucking weird, and I maintain that is a strange spelling of Felipe. Nobody got it right, unfortunately. The name of this knife, Chris.
Belinda Carlisle.
Sexcalibur.
Just leaving.
I'm not proud of the name. I'm not remotely proud of the fact that the name of this knife is Sexcalibur. But I was 18 years old. You know, I was 18. It seemed funny. You know.
Oh man.
So yeah, for you
boy.
14 watching right now, the lucky few, the chosen, you are initiated into a secret knowledge of the name of this knife.
Next time I see my swordsmith friend in the neighborhood, I'm going to ask him if he's ever made a sword named Sexcalibur.
I guarantee you, if he's made swords for 18-year-olds, I'm sure he has. On this card, we are playing for $500 for life. We are playing for $40. We're playing for $2. We are playing for $200. We are playing for $20. $20. Oh. Yeah,
This says that we should fine you 20 points for that.
You know what? If I had any points, I would. I would. You know what? Just to make good on this, take 20 points away from the orphans, Chris.
Oh my god.
Everybody in the chat, shame Visk. Visk has just stolen 20 points from the hungry mouths of orphans. People, they're in line. They're asking, can I have some more, please? Visk is saying no.
Hell no. Not with a name
Hell
like
no.
Sexcalibur. Not unless you can pull Sexcalibur from this stone.
Exactly. All right. We're looking at a 14, Chris. We are looking at a 13. Ooh. Chris, I'm going to say this right now. Everybody watching who has chatted will get 10 points if we get a straight on this card.
Okay.
What am I looking for a straight? I'm looking for 5 numbers in a row. We're looking at a 13. We're looking at a 14. We need to see a 12. We need to see a 15 out there. That's a 1. Not good. There's a 10 up here. Also not good, but with an 11 and a 12, it could help. It didn't. There's a 6. But here, the moment of truth, Chris. Will this show be forever changed? Will we win $500 a week for life? We will not. We will not. But Chris, the numbers were 7, 6, 10, 14, 1, and 3.
Cool.
Anybody out there win some points?
Yeah, we've got some points to dole out here. Don't we? Yeah, Sun King gets some.
Nice! Sun King, who probably has already scratched this card, if Sun King has ever happened to inhabit my body on this day.
I like that Wizard, Leaper, we're not sure, but we know it's mystical.
But it's mystical. I have a new theory as to why Sun King doesn't always get them right.
Yep. Bone
But
APG's
often gets them right. Oh, excellent work, Bone APG. Excellent work. So here's my theory, my fan theory, as to why Sun King sometimes gets them wrong. Even though Sun King has led many different lifetimes, I think Sun King has led too many lifetimes. I think it's hard to remember everything when you've, lived life as millions of people.
It's a good point.
So really, Desperate Losers is kind of a game of memory for Sun King. Speaking of games of memory, let's remember some pornographs from the 1970s, shall we, Chris?
Sure.
Time to play the filthiest game on Twitch. Rated R or X?
There it is, ladies and gents. Rated R or rated X. We have a very strong Grimace, very grainy.
Why do I know this guy?
Do you know this guy? We're looking at a mullet. This is reading very 80s.
Is this a still from... I have theories.
Well, keep them to yourself, Chris. Do not spoil this. I'm seeing a lot of R's. Dr. Yanni going R, Pustu going R, Duncan going R. Chris Creature, not really allowed to vote in this, but doing it anyway. Going R. Squirgernef. I don't know. I don't know what to make of hockey sex. Are you saying that that's an R-rated or a X-rated picture?
All I know is it smells like a damp gym bag.
I can say probably definitively that this still smells like a damp gym bag. Pelican yawning. If I made that face in the bedroom, I'd walk. If somebody made that face in the bedroom, I would walk out. Well, yeah, you would walk out unless that person was brandishing a knife named Sexcalibur. You don't walk out of a room where this gets brandished.
No, nobody leaves Sexcalibur in a corner.
Scorganef going X. Let's take a look, Chris, shall we? It's PG. This is Sidekicks.
I knew it was from Sidekicks.
This is you do know who this is. As an Italian American from New Jersey, you would basically be disowned if you didn't know that this is Joe Piscopo. Joe Piscopo. One of my absolute favorite Onion headlines is from Our Dumb Century. There's like a headline that's supposedly from the late 80s. Joe Piscopo, will his star ever stop rising? But he's doing all right. He's like a MAGA influencer on cruises now. So, you know, he's a piece of shit. I don't feel bad making fun of Joe.
I own Sidekicks on VHS.
Ooh.
Very important for me.
Maybe we should do Sidekicks. We keep talking about the movie night. We haven't done the movie night. Haven't been able to get on that. But now that we're kind of moving to Sundays and I'll potentially have more time, maybe we'll be able to do a lot of that stuff that we've been talking about. I really want to get another call because I got to tell you, we do have an announcement that comes on the back of The Price is All Correct that I think people will be very excited about.
In the interim, if we're waiting for a call, and since the orphans have lost points and suffered, I would like to offer to do a Ghost or Ghosted because I have an excellent ghost story that I've been holding on to.
Whoa, Chris, here we go. Well, this is unprecedented. A host of this show has never played Ghost or Ghosted. Chris Creature, what is your?
So I wanna preface this by saying that I don't necessarily believe in ghosts per se. I just but I do believe there are things beyond understanding. Yes. So with that in mind, I had it was my first apartment in New York. It was a studio apartment in a basement in what was a converted hospital. At the time I was dating a guitarist. He was on tour, and a friend had an art show in the city, and she came and stayed with me and slept on a mattress on my floor. Now I often struggle to sleep, and so I was laying awake, completely awake. And I rolled over and I noticed that my friend had gotten up and had put on a coat with a large hood. And I asked, I was like, friend, where are you going? It's 2 a.m. Why are you putting, a coat on with a large hood? And the figure turned, at which point I realized I could see through the figure. And it was there. And then my friend responded, what do you mean? And I looked down and I realized I could see my friend asleep still on the mattress. Which would be spooky enough, right? But that's not the end of this story. A few days later, I exited the door to my apartment and went out in the street to take walk to the subway to go to work. And a woman stopped me. And she said, excuse me, I don't mean to be, this is an older woman and she said, I just wanted to know, the door that you came out of, is that near where your apartment is? And I said, well, yes, what, can I help you? And she said, well, she goes, my husband was in that hospital and he passed away in there. And I was curious for if the whole thing was apartments and how long it had been converted. And I said, "Listen, they converted it a few years ago, and yeah, the whole place is an apartment." And she goes, "And that's you live in that part of the building in the basement?" And I said, "Yeah, yes, ma'am," because I was stupid and I should have just lied. And at that point, she looked at me and she said, "Oh, honey, I'm gonna pray for you because your apartment is in the morgue." And that's when I realized that the hood inspector was probably the Grim Reaper. Just coming to check.
What the fuck? Didn't get the memo.
Did not get the
time
memo.
at an apartment building.
Yeah, just stopping by. Well, you know, we were in our 20s. We were, you know, artists of ill repute. Who knows how close we were to death at that point anyway.
I have so many follow-up questions. First,
okay.
Was the apartment building obviously a hospital, or is that something you had to figure out?
It still had the engraved hospital signage over the front door.
But your morgue apartment, did it have like a drain at the bottom in the middle of the room?
Let me tell you something. I thought all the drawers were weird, but I thought, look at this great storage.
Right.
No, it had been completely converted into apartment-looking apartments.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Next question. Did your friend see the specter?
My friend did not see the specter.
Wow, so the specter appeared to you only.
Yes, the specter of death did appear to me, I suppose.
And I got a question now about this winter coat. The Grim Reaper wearing a puffy jacket? Like, what kind of coat?
It was just that there was a hood, you know, and so at that point, since I thought it was my friend and it was the winter, I kind of assumed that it was, you know, her wearing the coat.
Right.
Later, upon looking, I realized it was and the thing is that you would think, like, right, I would freak out to go screaming out of, you know, that room. But the fact is that in my cultural background, the dead are not, you know, so separate from us. And as long as there's no, you know, there's no ill will there, no intense negative energy, basically you just say, I recognize you. You know, if you have something to let me know, please feel free to inform me. And if they're just hanging out, you know, just leave them be. And so I literally, and I know this sounds insane, I was like, oh, it's just some sort of specter from, you know, in between worlds. I'm going to try to go to sleep. And so I rolled over and went to bed.
So it didn't vanish. It just hung out there and you turned around and ended that interaction.
I just was like, yeah, I didn't want to give it any more energy so that it would remain in the apartment. And there were other unusual events that occurred in that space, but that was the most striking.
Let me tell you, if you think I have follow-up questions for you, I would never have gone back to sleep. I would have so many follow-up questions for the Grim Reaper. You know?
There are things I don't want to know, man.
I want to know. You know? Whatever. We gotta grade this though. We're gonna hit our points thing and we'll see where we land. So chat, I'm gonna need a score from you, 1 to 5, based on how good Chris's story was. 5 being for like top shelf ghost story. 1, a real stinker. We'll go through the bonus points while you are getting all that in. Was this extra spooky or embarrassing? Chris, I have to say it was extra spooky. That's gonna be 10. It did have a plot twist. That's gonna be 5. Did we learn something about the human condition?
You learned something about my condition, which is that I'm not worried about the other side so much. Quaxel, I did consider who I was going to call, but I was going to call my aunt, who claims to be a little bit sensitive, and sometimes my dead great aunt talks to her through the television.
Whoa. To ghosts or just in general? Like, do you just get offended real easily?
What do you mean?
How is your aunt sensitive?
Oh, both ways. She gets offended easily, but she also feels that she has gifts in that direction.
Oh, all right. Well, and what a shame that someone with gifts in that direction who could have asked all the follow-up questions of the Grim Reaper, who could really have brought that knowledge from behind the veil to our world, instead of visiting that aunt, the Grim Reaper visited a woman who just wanted to turn over and go back to sleep.
What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna fix death. I don't have time.
I'm not fix death, but let's ask some questions. You know?
Yeah, my question is, why the fuck are you in my apartment, bro?
That's question number one. Question number two is
dies in the morgue. Are you just here to collect people who forgot they were dead?
You know, well, obviously Death is not working on like a great timeline. He's showing up after the hospital's closed. So it makes sense that he's mostly showing up at morgues. So 15 bonus points, Chris. I think the chat basically awarded you a 5. I saw all 5s except for Raul Django. Tough to please with a 4, but still a very high score. That's definitely going to average out to the full 50. This is 65 points. They cannot belong to you, of course, since
no, it'll go to the orphans.
That'll be goosing our own tip jar. They will go to the orphans. Thank God the orphans will, net have gained 45 points because Visk. Old man Krampus of Desperate Losers fame, stealing points from the hungry mouths of orphans.
Oh, Skogan have coming in with the Ingmar Bergman reference.
Saying that cultured scholar.
I was in it. My high school punk band was named after an Ingmar Bergman film, and I will give you points if you can figure out which one it is.
Oh, great question. Great question. That was a good.
Because what's more punk than a suburban teenager?
Whoa. Teenagers in New Jersey, that's about as punk as it gets. Because punk rock at its core, Chris, at its deep heart, is all about like existential gripes about really minor things.
That's true.
Except for when it's against racism. Then, it's about real gripes. But outside of that, it's mostly big gripes about little things.
Yeah, we had big gripes about little things, and then also a cover of Leonard Nimoy's Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
Ooh. Very good. Very good.
That was not cool.
You were definitely cool.
I was not cool. I'm still not. But let's scratch to scratch. Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone gotten your band's name yet, Chris?
No. So far.
I feel like the more we reveal about ourselves, the more we are enticing the audience not to call in.
I know, right?
Yeah, there's a 3. I accidentally revealed it. Or it's a 13. God, 13 would have been a great number to pick today. I've seen a lot of those. You're doing the $4 one. It's 17. $200. 19. 1,000. 12. Let's take a look at our winning number, shall we? It is a 10. All right.
Okay,
so
that
far,
gets some points for Skoger.
All right, nice. So far, this card does not feel dead in the water, but if it's a winning card, it is $500 a week for life. And let's make it your life, not mine. I'm leading a fast and loose life. I'm not gonna live long. I'm out on these streets with a knife named Sexcalibur, I'm living fast, I'm living large. I'm probably not gonna make it very far. We're looking at whether we are about to win. I'm gonna pause the music for this. Whether we're about to win $500 a week for life, basically a free unemployment check for this show. It's a 7. This card is a loser for us.
There's a word for people like you, but forget it. I don't need a bunch of angry people PMing me on Yahoo chat.
Well, apparently you can PM Geraldo on Yahoo chat. Kind of doxing himself there. Look him up. Geraldo Rivera on Yahoo chat.
Wait, is that a straight though? Oh no, it's just
no,
we meet in 11.
Straight. There's no straight. The numbers are 10, 17, 7, 12, 19, and 13. There they 10, 17, 7, 12, 19, and 13. Chris, should we take a look at the leaderboard when you're done putting those in?
Yeah, they are put in. Only Skoger got a point for that one.
Ah, well, congratulations, Skoger. Let's take a look at that leaderboard. Shifty still high above with his 4,324. Pooh Stew 3,126. Sun King, who has lived as all of us, 2,709. Of course, Sun King called in. That'd be 400 points. Visk, it's been a minute since Visk has called in. Visk, you call in. I'll do 50 points. Really, Serial also never called in. Longtime chatter, 400 points would put you above Visk. Alien Bob, 1477.5. Dr. Yawning with 1345. Avi with 1165. And Bone Amputee. I really want to see Bone get above 1,000. Really, really want to see that. Turn of the Screw. Was that the name of your band? It's a good punk band name.
It's a great punk band name. I wish it was. That would have been so much better and so much less annoying. Wow. Is the name of your punk band, Chris, better or worse than the name of this knife? It's better in that it's not Sexcalibur, but it's worse in that it's less understandable than Sexcalibur.
Ah, well, Chris, let's do a Who Is That? I think maybe
let's do
the
it.
way we'll do this is first person in the chat to get the person who is in this Who Is That is going to get 20 points. If anyone gets it at all. Tell you what, let's make it extra spicy, Chris, shall we? If nobody gets it, everybody on the leaderboard loses a point.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so be ready. Be ready, because you could lose some points here.
Who is that? And who is he? We know who he is, but what about them? They look familiar, but does she and her? The answers to these questions could win you prizes galore. All of this. Who is that?
Here is that person. We are trying to figure out who this is. I'll give you a hint. This person was absolutely everywhere in the early 90s. Unavoidable. Pooh Stew's got it. It is MC Hammer. That is going to be points for Stu. And, to everyone who's like, this game's too hard, it's never anyone I know. Sometimes it's someone you know. Sometimes.
How many points? 50, you said?
Yeah, 50. All
right,
and more importantly, how many people are on the leaderboard, Chris?
How many people are on the leaderboard total?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. 99.
So Pooh Stew gained 50 points, but Pooh Stew also prevented the wipeout of 99 points. So in a way, Pooh Stew kind of gained 149 points collectively for everybody. Congratulations, Pooh Stew. Excellent. As I mentioned, we do have a very special The Price is All Correct. I know Pooh Stew loves that game, but it's for anybody who wants to call in. 917-524-785-3. Chris, you think Who Is That is too hard? I mean, obviously it wasn't this week, but in general, it's too hard.
I like that it kind of vacillates between people that are recognizable quickly, and then because it also gives us an opportunity, because a lot of times I don't know who the fuck it is, and then I learn something, and learning.
You don't know who it is? Come on, Chris.
Often I don't.
Of anyone in this world, like you'd be like the person who I would imagine would. Oh, there's.
I thought the MC Hammer one was Wesley Snipes.
Wow. Well, if you had waited just a few moments and seen him dancing, there would have been no doubt. Pooh Stew, welcome to Desperate Losers. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Obviously, like, I want to play The Price is All Correct because we got to get to it because there's something very special happening with it. But you want to play a pre-qualifying game anyway?
Didn't I just play the pre-qualifying
Oh,
game?
yeah, I guess you
Isn't
kind of
that-
did. In a way, you kind of did. You kind of did. So we'll just go right into it. Shall we?
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. It's 10:30.
Oh, yes, right. And it is. We're right over
Oh,
that.
we are right over that edge. Points will be doubled. So we are playing The Price is All Correct, a game which bears no relation whatsoever to The Price is Right. It's a guessing game where I show you items from the 1902 Sears catalog, and you need to tell me how much it cost. Closest without going over is going to win 20 points now, because as Poostu has pointed out, we are now in overtime.
Boy, is this day going fast! Only 30 minutes left to go.
So there are 30 minutes left to go, and the points are doubled. Stu, are you ready to see the first item in The Price is All Correct?
Yes, I am.
We are talking about the Acme Queen Cathedral gong clock as a wedding, birthday, or engagement present. You cannot select anything more appropriate. Furnished with a handsome bronze figure, exactly as illustrated, combines all of the good qualities of a high-grade Waterbury mantle clock with the defects of none. And let me tell you something, the Waterbury mantle clock has some defects. Such a clock you could not buy elsewhere, even at double the price. This clock is covered by a binding guarantee. If any piece or part gives out by reason of defect in material or workmanship or fails to run accurately, you can return it to Sears, and they will cheerfully return your money. Not only that, they will pay for the shipping. This, just a little note on the illustration here, this large illustration, which is engraved by our artist direct from a photograph, you can form some idea of the appearance of this clock figure, and it must be seen to be appreciated. So this wood engraving, not doing this, looks like a Turkish person on a horse, on this clock. The Acme Queen Cathedral gong clock, a guarantee that we've never seen, Stu. We've never seen Sears claim that you can return for full money and also get the shipping paid. So they're putting it on the line with the Acme Queen Cathedral gong clock. How much money?
Let me tell you, you gotta act fast if you want this clock, because it's going gong.
Jesus Christ! You know what?
You'll leave.
Now for me. So not even we can blame Visk. Take 2 points away from the orphans.
Oh, okay.
And that's your fault.
I know.
Poostu, how much is the Queen Cathedral gong clock worth? There's a whole gong inside this little box.
And a small man.
And a small man. And a small, potentially Turkish. This could be the west of China. I don't know. This is a man from the steppes. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm gonna get $25 and a penny.
2501 from Poostu. An excellent guess. Quacks001 asks, this is just like from the Gilded Age. Absolutely. This is the time period of that show. And you definitely would have seen these mantle clocks all over the place. This was like a real showpiece for your parlor. Let's take a look. How much is the Acme Queen Cathedral gong clock worth? $5.75.
Oh, holy shit, Visk!
What did Visk guess?
$5.50.
Whoa!
And he's the only one under 10.
My God. Yeah, you got to remember, in this world, that's a lot of money, This is as much as a ventilated theatrical beard, as much as 5, almost 6 castrating knives. You take 3 of these clocks, or 6 of these clocks, you could trade them in for a windmill. An entire fucking windmill. 3 of these clocks will buy you an entire blacksmith set. So, still a lot of money, $575. That's like a month's pay for a lot of people.
If we adjust for inflation, the cost of that clock is $207.19.
Oh.
And I wonder how much the Waterbury mantle clocks were, which, let's be honest, had some defects. Shall we take a look? Well, Chris is doing the research. While Chris is doing the research, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the next item, shall we? Oh, we've seen one of these before. So this is part of a Magic Lantern slide set, which I've made a terrible typo in. Since the war sliddies, we're talking about Magic Lantern sliddies since the war that had been raging for so long a time in the Philippines was ended by the surrender of Aguinaldo. More interest than ever now exists in our new possession. So put this in time, this is like right after the war of the Spanish-American War, where the U.S. took control of the Philippines and kind of fucked over the Filipino revolutionaries who had their own war going on. America just swoops in and takes it. That's real American style. Anyway, recognizing this fact, we've secured a very large number of valuable photographic negatives taken by the government commissioner appointed for the purpose. They include views of scenery, native customs, and other interesting incidents, which, of course, will tickle the fancy of any American imperialist. Happy to know what the fuck we won. Taking over countries, don't even know a fucking thing about it. Classic American move. This lecture set includes 52 views. So there are 52 slides in this Pustu. 12 of them are in full color. 40 of them are in plain black and white.
This one's tough because this is another one of those things where you're like kind of buying part of your job.
Exactly. This is a professional tool. So there's an expectation of profit. This is not like a home good, right? It's not a mantle clock. Chris, do we have an answer on the Waterbury fine and emerald?
I do. I found a 1906 advertisement for Waterbury clock hose.
Ooh.
I believe I found the exact clocks that they're knocking off here on Sears.
Ooh. Wow.
I appreciate that the company describes itself as the leading jobber in all reliable makes of American cases and movements. Because for me, jobber is a guy like a ham and egger in wrestling, someone who shows up just to take a call.
Yeah.
They run about $8 each, so they are significantly more expensive.
Significantly more. So these are almost like $400 or $500 in today's money.
Yeah, I mean, and they're very nice, obviously.
Yeah. Well, this is the 4K television of its time.
Yeah. It's interesting though. You can choose between Arab figures and Roman figures added to your clock.
Are there any with the actual figures on it?
I don't see that on this ad. I can look and find another ad to see if that's there, but this was the closest in terms of time period and aesthetic that I could find from the Waterbury company.
Well, this is the first time I think we've ever really actually confirmed that Sears, quite the deal. If the clock is as good as a Waterbury clock, this would be quite the fucking deal. Speaking of deals, we're talking about a professional item here. We're talking about the Magic Lantern sliddies of the Philippines, America's latest possession. In the beginning, the beginning of the end of westward expansion, the beginning of America just taking countries left and right in the early 20th, late 19th century. Stu, how much you think this professional set of sliddies is worth?
Well, yes, $3.99.
$3.99. Well, if you have a guess, chat, you're going to want to get it in because we are about to reveal the true price of the Magic Lantern sliddies. $16.
Gee, mama.
Yeah, This is a enormous business investment. Apparently, they had to go to some real fucking great lengths to get the pictures taken by the government commissioner appointed for the purpose. Chris, that's like thousands, right? This is like $3,000.
Yeah. And to elaborate, the figures that they were talking about, Roman versus Arabic, is not. As I assumed it was some sort of aesthetic thing. It is. It refers to if it's Roman numerals or Arabic numerals.
Oh, all right. So we don't know about the figure. Who was closest, Chris? Who got closest to $16 without going over?
What was Stu's guess again?
Stu, you guessed like $5 or $3 something, right?
I guess $3.99, which is a penny
$3.99
over Visk.
Oh,
right.
you just and that was a good move. You just beat Visk.
There were no guesses closer?
Nothing was higher than the $3.99.
Wow, people were really thrown off by the fake Waterbury clock. You know? 2 of these sets buy you a windmill.
Jesus.
It is 52 plates. It's a lot of plates. Let's take a look at our next item. Here it is. A book. True Manhood. The Secret of Power. A manual of science and guide to health, strength, and purity. E.R. Shepard reveals physiological facts and uncovers truth with a chaste and gentle hand. This work is devoted to the presentation of facts which are eagerly sought by all boys verging on manhood. It describes the origin, growth, power, and possibilities of the individual life as well as its relation to other lives. This book comes bound in cloth. So this is basically like, like a men's rights activist book from the turn of the century. Stu, how much for True Manhood?
I don't think this ancient Andrew Tate tome is worth more than a dime.
You think a dime for True Manhood? That's all manhood. True in every aspect is worth to you. Now, I'm going to remind you, Stu, this describes the origin, growth, power, and possibility of the individual life as well as its relation to other lives, which I think we all know what that means. It means some real night church fucking.
It's just paper, and it's wrapped in cloth, and it's basically, they're saying it's a book for kids, basically?
For teens, yeah, for young teens. You know, exploring the idea of manhood.
So this pulp is for tweens, basically. I don't think it's worth that much.
All right, so what is your final answer then?
I'm gonna stick with 10 cents because I don't think anybody, maybe Scrogneff's close. But I think everybody else is going way over.
Stick it with 10 cents. Let's find out how much to the 1902 reading public is a shot at True Manhood worth. 75 cents. Chris, who is closest without going over?
Skogerneff is right on the money.
Wow.
Literally right on the money.
Amazing work. I think, in addition to the 20, another 20, Chris, for getting the price exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing work, Skorgerneff. Amazing work. Now, Stu, there's something special about this item. We're not going to do a bonus round in this game. And the reason is I have a bonus for everyone because I know in presenting True Manhood, the very first thing Chris thought. The very first thing. We've been friends for years, Chris, and I knew that you immediately, upon seeing True Manhood, were going to ask, Milkshake, did you look up and find this racist old book from the past? And Chris, I did. I found this racist old book. And I would like to present you a passage from True Manhood.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So here is the first page in True Manhood. Which is described in its title page, because the title pages back in the day were so good. They were so long. True Manhood, a manual for young men, a guide to physical strength, moral excellence, force of character, and manly purity. A special Physiology by E.R. Shepard, noted author and physiologist. Also included in this edition, The White Cross, original Christian poems by B.F. Costa, Doctor of Divinity. And there's a quote here from Tennyson, "My strength is the strength of 10, because my heart is pure." This is the 6th edition of this book. It comes to us from 1889. So very popular book, True Manhood. Very popular. And with passages like these, Chris, it's not hard to see why.
I mean, Pelican Yawning asks if this is going to be a night church Bible.
It may be. Here are some of the lessons they are teaching young boys. A baby is better or higher than a plant because it knows more, has a mind, intelligence, while plants have none. Plants, which know nothing and can be taught nothing, are born from seeds which fall on the ground. But babies have minds and can learn and are not born like us. Really delivering key facts here. And then one more little passage, Stu, because I know you're thinking, Stu, I know you well, and you're thinking, this really isn't that racist, Milkshake. Well, I have for you another passage which will definitely scratch that itch for you. A young man... A young man who had visited the East Indies twice as supercargo of a vessel sailing out of Boston consulted me 2 years ago in regard to, quote, sexual nervousness, as he called it. He told me that while he had kept a native mistress in the East Indies, he had never indulged himself excessively, and yet he felt he was losing his virility. The symptoms, I thought, indicated a masturbator's exhaustion. Really big shift in tone from the first passage from the very beginning of this book. This one towards the end, So I guess the book sort of ages with the young, like, protean men's rights activist. You're starting just explaining seeds and ending talking about masturbation exhaustion. So much to unpack here too, right?
I'm going to start explaining if I'm extremely tired, I'm going to tell the people around, I'm sorry, I'm experiencing a high level of exhaustion. One might even say a masturbator's exhaustion.
Yeah, Stu, can you relate to masturbator's exhaustion?
Who can't?
Who can't? We've all been there. So much to unpack here. Right off the bat, they're shipping people around as, quote, supercargo. What the fuck is that? What is supercargo? What is it? And then, of course, you get the worst bit of this, which is that he has a native mistress, no name for this young lady, no description of her at all. Doesn't really matter who she is to the author. She's just a native mistress. So there's a lot packed in here. Obviously, there's all the racist colonial shit you'd expect. There's also the fact that she's labeled as a mistress, which either means that this guy is unmarried or he's cheating on a wife. With this other lady who obviously has terrible power imbalance with this young man traveling the world as supercargo. So he was doing his thing with her, never indulged himself excessively, whatever that means, yet losing his virility. And the first thought that this guy jumps to is, this guy must be jacking it. Stu, when someone tells you...
thing.
Yeah.
Or he's fucking so much that it counted as masturbator's exhaustion.
Ooh, I don't think so, though. I think that, having read other,
he indulged himself excessively.
Yes,
this manhood writer.
He had never indulged himself excessively. He claimed he was having the proper amount of sex with a woman who had far less power than him. It was all above board as much as that sort of business could be.
Milkshake, I did find another period example where we have images of what happens to you if you indulge in masturbation over periods.
Is it the progression of one man?
Yeah. And he's young, he's handsome, he's his mother's hope. He becomes corrupted, his back becomes hunched, devouring fire burns his entrails. His eyes once brilliant, the gleam is gone. He loses his ability to walk. He can't sleep. His teeth fall out.
Ooh.
His hair falls out. Then He's hungry, but he can't eat. He starts vomiting blood, becomes covered in pustules. His fever slowly consumes him. His body becomes completely stiff, and he raves and stiffens in the anticipation of his coming death. Finally, at the age of 17, he expires in horrible torment.
Wow, the fatal consequences of masturbation from a book without title from 1844.
Almost like touching the plate.
I gotta say, I really respect this guy. Commitment to the bit, right? Breaking out in pustules, still jacking it. You know, this guy is powering through masturbators' exhaustion. Let this man be a hero to all of us. You know, in our own small masturbatory ways, we can never measure up to this 17-year-old who would be undaunted in his catastrophic jacking.
Just can't stop jacking it.
Yeah,
What?
I love to, like, not very far into this, immediately wearing, like, the cancer head rag, too, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, you know, I mean, listen, it took 2 years. He started as his mother's hope and ended as a tormented masturbator.
Yeah, no mother, you know, wants to see a child masturbate himself to death. It's horrible. You know, I don't know why at some point no one thought to, like, you know, tie his arms. This guy's jerking to death.
Oven mitts.
Yeah, oven mitts. I don't know. But this guy, undaunted. So the big announcement, Stu, is there has been a want of a Desperate Losers book club. And in the Discord, which if you are not in the Discord, you should join the Discord, I am now going to start creating a library of all of the texts that we encounter in the world of Desperate Losers, and I will be including a PDF of True Manhood for you to read. We probably will return to this book again and again. It is just full of all kinds of wonderful, terrible, awful fucking things. You know, how else are we going to learn about French 17-year-olds just jerking into oblivion? Stu, thank you for unlocking this prize that really belongs to all of us now.
Jerking into oblivion is the
that's the title of this episode when we put it up on YouTube. It's definitely jerking into oblivion.
Yeah, and we're gonna end up getting shadow banned for a month, but it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah. You know what? We're getting terrible views on YouTube. I think it's worth it.
Fuck it.
100% worth it. Stu, how do you feel about this?
I'm feeling great. I can't wait to dive into this ancient tome of manly knowledge.
Yeah. I'm going to say this too, for anyone who's an intern of this show, and anyone watching can apply. Send us your resume. You can apply to be an intern of the show. Anybody who wants to do extracurricular research into True Manhood. I think Chris will also put up, we talked about this a very long time ago, but we have a book of spells that comes to us from also from this year's catalog. We can put that in the library. And all of these books, it should be said, they're coming to us courtesy of Google Books, the wonderful project that Alphabet had to scan and scrape the vast corpus of human knowledge so that they could produce Gemini, which tells people to put glue on pizza. Really worth it. Stu, any final thoughts you want to leave us with?
Devo was right.
Devo was absolutely right.
Absolutely. Yes. Mark Mothersbaugh, philosopher, for real.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you for your call, Fecal Stew.
Yep, have a good one.
Catch you later. Oh, I don't know why that went away. Chris, there's only about 5 minutes left in today's episode. Any thoughts you want to leave us with before we will be back next Sunday, and then we'll be Sunday nights going forward. So this is our last Thursday show. Maybe every now and again we'll do a Thursday special for old time's sake, but you know, probably for the foreseeable future, it'll be all Sunday nights. Anything you'd like to say to our Thursday crowd?
Babies are not plants.
They're not. And you know what else plants can't do? Jerk themselves into oblivion. So don't do that. We'll find something cool to raid on the way out. Actually, you know what? Let's do it on air. Who should we raid? Chris.
Oh, let's see.
What do we got? What do we got out here? Who's similar size as us? We got a VTuber. We got what do we got? I don't know. Oh, there's a drummer. Let's do this drummer. What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Fine,
I mean, we're not endorsing this person.
We're not endorsing
this person.
We're just giving
it a try.
We're just gonna give them a try. We'll see who they are. We'll give that a try. And we will catch you not next week, but week after that. So that is the next week. Yeah, we'll see you on the 19th next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.